Thank you, guys. The RCFM has graciously allowed us to just do a little bit of an introduction to NewWest TV and what we're up to and why we are around. So how many people here understand the importance of a local diet? Hands, show of hands. Anybody, like to eat local food? Okay, looks like I've got an audience of local food eaters. Now, have you ever thought about what it means to our minds when our media diet is not local? This is something that we're thinking a lot about at NewWest.tv, and it's part of our goal in creating community television that is by New Westminster citizens for New Westminster citizens. Now, over the last couple of years, we've been doing live streaming. We've been organizing ourselves as an organization, but we have a goal underneath all of this work, and that is to create a fully funded local television station in New Westminster. Now, the funding is already there. About 87% of New Westminster residents have cable, and 2% of their cable bill goes to fund local community access television. And local is defined by CRTC as about New Westminster and filmed in New Westminster, and community access means by community residents, so that's created by, produced by local residents. Now, if any of you have watched our local community television station, you may notice that there really isn't a lot of that kind of programming on that channel. But the funding is still coming through every year. Now, CRTC has an alternate to the licensor running the community television station, and that is for a nonprofit organization like NewWest TV to come in and run that as a community access television station. So we're preparing our arguments to go to CRTC and say, okay, this isn't happening in our community. We are making it happen in our community, and we'd like to do that officially. And that would mean, if we were successful, which we, stranger things have actually happened. I've, been in the nonprofit business running community volunteer connections for a while, and I can tell you, stranger things have happened. We would have a fully funded local television station in New Westminster, run by New Westminster citizens, and bringing forward the stories of New Westminster for New Westminster citizens, and it would be very cool. Now, one of the things that we have been thinking about is, what does that mean? We are so used to commercially driven television. What does local community television actually mean? And so that's where we want to start a community conversation about what would you do if you had access? What passions, what interests, what stories would you want to be involved yourself in telling and putting on the air as a New Westminster person for New Westminster people? We have this as an example of the kind of programming and live streaming that we can do, but the possibilities are as endless as our imaginations. And so that's a community conversation we want to get started. And I want to put that idea in your minds, because you are part of the people who are going to come forward, work with us, and create those kinds of opportunities on television locally and through our local website as well. So that's what we're up to, and I'm going to go back to live streaming the fabulous Royal City Farmers Market AGM. And, we invite you to ask us questions. The group of us are back there, Deepak and Susan and Rodolfo and Johanna and myself, so come and ask us questions at any time. And in the meantime, enjoy our programming.